Porsche, the 1,000 guineas winner. Clues galore for the future. It's the Albany in the company of Richard Hoyles.
Couple still out the back. Soprano is one of those that's yet to go forward. Flaccionello is another, and they will be the last two for this Group 3 Albany Stakes that gets us underway on day 4. All of those ammo horses have drawn together a little phalanx. 4 of them covered by just 5 stalls. Away to the extreme left is Matrika, coming out of stall 1, and they're all set. Off and racing then for the Albany, get away to a reasonably good line. Matrika is one of the first to show, way over on the far side, and also showing up prominently is Dawn Charger in that far side group. Carla's Way do it with style, and Flaccionello over on the far side, the white sheepskin noseband of Gushing Gold as well. The near side we have Persian Dreamer well to the fore, in company with Passionately. They're a slightly smaller group. It includes Jabara and Soprano, and so far the far side group have sway, and they're all just tacking over middle to far side. So out in the lead, the yellow jacket of Dawn Charger, from the far side Matrika, and also alongside those is Flaccionello. The near side group still headed by Persian Dreamer in company with Passionately. Then comes Soprano. Porta Fortuna is making ground up the centre of the racecourse. Then Do It with Style. Carla's Way towards the left hand side, along with Nefasa Island, as they make their way down with a couple of furlongs to go. Porta Fortuna coming there strongly. Also on the near side, Jabara trying to get involved, along with the other yellow colours of Pretty Crystal. Still over on the far side, Matrika is prominent, and it's Matrika who has come through to lead. Porta Fortuna right up the centre of the racecourse. Frankie Dettori. Pretty Crystal comes next. Soprano is running on late, but inside the final 150 yards, Porta Fortuna for Frankie Dettori, leading Matrika from Ryan Moore home, and it's another winner for Frankie. Porta Fortuna won the Albany, beat Matrika. Soprano. Pretty Crystal was next across the line with Persian Dreamer, then Comac Carla's Way. Jabara finished in mid-division ahead of Gushing Gold. Passionately comes next, all the way back to Ratings and Sarah Carter. Porta Fortuna gives Frankie Dettori another winner, and that is number 80 of his Royal Ascot career. The greatest modern day rider, still some way behind Lester Piggott on 116, but a great start to the afternoon for Frankie Dettori, fighting out the finish with Matrika, who, despite getting warm beforehand, has won the race on the far side comfortably enough. Porta Fortuna racing more towards the middle for the majority of the race. Soprano in third. Fourth just going to go to Persian Dreamer, I think, ahead of Pretty Crystal. They were fourth and fifth, within sixth place racing Comat. So Frankie Dettori, after a disappointing first day, has continued to knock in the winners. So that will be career winner at Royal Ascot number 80, and of course there could still be more to come. Porta Fortuna, Donnacha O'Brien, the winners of the Albany.
And that late money, particularly on the exchanges, was spot on, as Porta Fortuna wins the Albany for Frankie, and Donnacha O'Brien, AP, another O'Brien, on the Royal Ascot Honours Board.
Yeah, I mean, how brilliant are the family? You know, he was obviously a brilliant jockey. Donnacha rode loads of big winners, but I'm sure this will give him as much satisfaction and pleasure as any of them. She looked pretty straightforward, Ed, as Jason said before on, when she won the twice that she won. She always just looked like she was doing enough, and you could see here Frankie just nudging her, gradually getting her to the front, and she looked like she was just doing the same again. Matrika ran a really good race again as well, so she did. But yeah, I think and whoever, you know, they purchased her last week or something, didn't they? So it was a pretty good buy.
And as far as that bit of the track, I know they're probably more towards the far side of the track, but they nearly converge down the centre, and that just evens it out a touch for everybody, doesn't it? And it looks a bit better from a visual perspective when they're all going together. The filly was a bit naughty, Matrika, when it committed, got to the front, and she's readily outpointed.
Yeah, I think there was no excuses for her, and as you see Frankie just hands and heels nudging away, he always looked like he was comfortable and always looked like he was holding Ryan.
Well, Frankie's doing an aeroplane. He's turned into young Skelton now. He jumps off, he flies. 80 up, Frankie, third of the 80. Show me the money.
80, well, Ascot, unbelievable. I fulfilled my dream.
I mean, the only thing is, Frankie, is it's not unbelievable, because you have always been one of the most talented riders we've ever seen.
Thank you. Listen, Ascot has been always special to me. I love it so much, and to get 80 is incredible. That's my owners. Look, speak to them.
I think they're pretty happy.
Oh, I'm so happy. 80.
Oh, wonderful.
80.
How was that for Frankie to get his 80th winner?
Oh, it's unbelievable, and what a jockey and horse. It was an unbelievable race. We're thrilled, absolutely thrilled.
We're going to go back to catch up with Frankie. The crowd are going wild. We wanted you to hear that for a moment. Frankie, when you hear this this reception for you and the love. What are you going to do next year?
I'm only thinking about the next race now, Matt. I don't know. I'm enjoying the moment.
Tell me about this horse. How good is Porta Fortuna?
She's solid. She's speedy, got turn of foot, and she gave me an armchair ride. Well done, Donnacha.
For the future, do you think as she grows up, more of a Commonwealth Cup type than a 1,000 guineas?
Well, at the moment she feels like a sprinter, but only time will tell.
And Frankie, you've got some great rides coming up. None of them are big prices. I think the one we're most interested in is Arrest. Do we forgive the Epsom run of Arrest?
Yeah, but the track will suit, but the ground is against him.
Frankie, final word. Frankie, final word. Just how many have you got up at Ascot?
80!
And I imagine he'll get presented with yet another saddlecloth, another kiss on the lips, as we saw yesterday. He'll get a saddlecloth with 80 on it. And this is an Irish syndicate who own this horse. Messrs Weston, Fowler, Medallion Racing, well done to them. This is Reeve as well. And Donnacha O'Brien now has that Royal Ascot win. I wonder who Mum was cheering for. Anne-Marie in there, AP.
Yeah, she probably thinks that the father has had enough winners, hasn't he? And she'd go for the younger one. Yeah, I've never seen the colours before, Ed, but it's, to have a winner here at Royal Ascot, it's great to have new people in the sport, the enjoyment they'll get, and they're obviously pretty lucky.
It's quite a lucrative business, isn't it? Getting horses qualified, ready to run in these Royal Ascot races.
Group 3, will we get a flying dismount?
Yeah.
Of course we will. Frankie on flying form, and we've been talking about it all week, AP, as Donnacha goes to say well done to Frankie on his first Royal Ascot winner. How important for Frankie will it be, because as you say, everyone comes here to watch him, obviously, to go out and retire from Royal Ascot as the top jockey ahead of Ryan Moore?
Oh, well, that would be the dream, wouldn't it? But I think when he was coming here at the beginning of the week, Ed, he'd have just wanted to come and make sure he definitely had a winner at Royal Ascot. That would have been the thing. And then whatever else, everything else is a bonus. But we all know that he is a confidence person, isn't he? He loves when he has a winner, he just doesn't half grow on it. And you can see, since he had his first winner, he's riding out of his skin. And
right, miserable so-and-so after day one. Bit better now.
There'll be a lot of doubts about the retirement in this head this evening and the next few days, won't there? Because the enjoyment, nothing can replace the buzz of this. It's the biggest stage. The biggest stage.
Stretch.
He's telling Jason Weaver he's got 80.
All right, stretch.
Is that 80, Frankie? I think he's pleased. Soprano ran well in third. Matrika in second. Do we know who was fourth?
Yes, it was the
Persian Dreamer.
It was Persian Dreamer. If you were lucky enough to get the each-way money.
Check with your bookmaker though that you had the first four. Jason nodding 5-1, the winner. And the tote SP is normally less than that when Frankie Dettori's involved, or a Coolmore horse generally. Holly Doyle very well backed, particularly in Asia, on the World Pool. Just a fraction bigger there, the return. Matrika second at 9-1. Just clipped in from 11-1 late. Matrika ran a good race. Soprano for Highclere was third at 13-2.